Hi, I'm Nussbaumer from macrobeat.co.uk. Just when you think things cannot really get any crazier, it just does. What a week we have again, behind us, and most likely, we have quite a few of those weeks ahead of us still. I could show you a lot of, charts from every sort of asset class to underline what is going on out there, but I think I just have to concentrate on a few that I'm going to be showing later. As what is probably important to know or to see right now is that central banks, thankfully, are reacting very quickly to the current situation, given that we are now in lockdown in many European countries, and it will be the UK at the end as well, and it sort of rolls out to the US. So we have an economy that is literally shutting down overnight, which is creating an unprecedented pain for the global economy, something we never really experienced in peace times, really. I've seen many things in the last 35 years. This one is feeling like more like the mother of all crises, no doubt about it. It is now all down to central banks and in particular governments to react, to take the big sort of pain in the short term, to make sure that we don't get high unemployment, keep people in work, or at least, on standby for work, that when this is all over, that they can return to work as quickly as possible and we can restart the economy as such. So it is really very important that we get fiscal stimulus, which some already did. I reckon we're going to see anywhere between 10 and 20 trillion dollars of stimulus if we count everything together that the world will be doing. And, the only other time when things got really bad, we would really have to go back as far as 1929 just to fully understand what is at stake here. But I want to show like the first slide, which is the Dow Jones. Obviously, this is the monthly chart to just sort of see what has happened so far. In February is the first leg down, a very large leg down now in March with the panic, which just seems like the markets were just too complacent at the start of the crisis in China to just think that it's never going to hit our side. We have now a 20,800 level that I'm watching on a monthly basis. This is really the area that would have to sort of hold into end of March to at least keep inside this big uptrend from the 2008-2009 crisis. I would expect high volatility to stay. There will still be unwinds going on. Whether we continue to sell off hard is really comes down to the response from the fiscal side, from government. On the next slide, this is gold. You would expect gold actually to shoot up rather than collapse, but we collapsed like 16% off the highs. This is really down to the pain in the market that the market has on different other positions. And the long gold trade was probably one of the few trades where people were making money, and that position just had to be liquidated. What I would really look at here in this 1440, 1450 area, I think we have to start buying gold as with 10 to 20 trillion stimulus to come. Gold, once all this contagion effect is gone, should really start to move rather rapidly to the top side. I wouldn't be surprised that this is heading above 2000 at some point in the future. On the next slide, we have the dollar index. The big story here is we had a rally of like 8%. The story here is the dollar funding stress that was going on out there, which luckily the Fed is already addressing with exchanging more swap lines, dollar swap lines, so it's global central banks that has started to ease the problem. If that is not dealt with, we could see a 10 to 20% explosion on the dollar to the top side, which would make other asset class suffer even more. So that would really be the biggest problem out there. And that's why I was blogging about Plaza 2.0 if the swap lines are not enough. And last but not least, this is dollar Norway. The only reason I show this is really to show that this market in some areas is just completely broken. A 25% move up in the dollar in the last 2 weeks. And the circles you see are all the other crises. So you see this is just extraordinary what's going on. We're running out of time, sadly. There'll be a lot more to talk about, but I'm sure we have time next week. Thank you very much indeed. Have a lovely week and a nice weekend and stay safe. Thank you very much indeed.